Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video. My name is Ndifon Ntui. On the channel, I make tutorials. I post new videos on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So please make sure to check back on the video to know how to watch new content. In this video, I will show you how to draft the dress that you've seen on the thumbnail. If you like the video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe. I know I've been offline for some time. I was trying to get a new space. If you can hear, I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but there's a little echo in the room because I got a bigger space and I've not been able to fill it up yet. If you're a beginner, if you're a person pushing up on your skill, I offer online courses. If you're interested, send a Telegram message to the number that I can see on the screen. I'll be showing a demo how to make a jumpsuit for you to watch and decide if it will be convenient for you to learn online. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. Alright, so you're welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make the top part of the dress that you can see in this picture right here. So you can see there are three parts that make up the top of this dress. Okay, there is the back of the dress, which I have drafted here already. So you can see this part here. This part here is the back. This extra 2 inches we have in front of here is my zipper allowance. Okay, so this here is the back. I have drafted this. Now before we even start, if you've not seen my video on how to draft a bodice, be sure to see that video, as it will teach you how to draft a bodice if you don't know how to, because this is how to draft a bodice. This here is the back of the zipper allowance. This part here that you can see here is the front. Okay, so now this is the front that's going to sit on top. Okay, this is the front here that's going to sit on top at the top part. Okay, so we're going to still need to work on this a lot more, but just let it be for now. If you're wondering what I use for the neckline width, for this part and this part, I used a neckline width of 6, and you know that 6 divided by 2 is 3. So from the edge of the paper here to this point, what I cut out was 3 inches. By the time I open it, that 3 inches becomes 6. Okay, so I used 3 inches for the width, and for the depth of the front I used 3.5. As for the depth of the back, I used 1 inch. So make sure that these two first pieces, the back and the one that's going to be on top, make sure that you draft them and make sure they have the same width of make sure the width of the shoulder is the same on these two pieces that you have. So now I'm going to go ahead, we'll draft the piece that is underneath, because you know this one is going to sit on top of this. At the end of the day, at the shoulder, I'm going to make a little curve here that will sit on top. I'm going to show you how to do that. So to begin, I have drafted parts of my bodice already. What I have here is, this line is the shoulder line, this line is the bust line. Okay, this is the under bust line, this is the half cut. Okay, so now we're going to just place everything where they're supposed to sit. Here we're going to simply place the bust. Bust is 36 divided by 4, 9. I'm going to place 9 here, and I'm going to skip the under bust round and come to the half cut. Half cut sits 2 inches after the under bust length. Make sure you see my video on how to draft the bodice. I'm going to come under here and I'm going to place 7.5, because the under bust round is 30 divided by 4, 7.5. I place this here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect a line, draw a line connecting both of them. Alright, and then I'm going to place my shoulder measurements. Alright, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to place the shoulder 14. I'm going to come here and I'm going to place 7. Okay, now when it comes to the next thing I'm going to do, first of all, come down by 1 inch from the shoulder. Simply come down to where 1 inch is and draw a line from the beginning to the end. So from here I'm going to draw a line to here. Okay, and then when you're done with that, the next thing we're going to do is we need to place the armhole. The formula for finding your armhole is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. 36 divided by 6 is 6 plus 1.5 going to give you 7.5, sorry. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to place 7.5 from here. 7.5, make a mark there. I'm going to come straight down. I'm going to go across, and then I'm going to make a curve around the armhole. Be sure to see my video on how to draft the bodice. I explain all of this in detail. Okay, now the next thing is you need to know how low you want the front to be. Okay, you need to know how low you want the bust line to sit, because see, there are two curves around here. All right, so you need to make sure that you are very sure on how low you want it to be, because that will determine how much cleavage you show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come from here and I'm going to come down to 8 inches and I'm going to make a mark. Now remember I told you to make these two pieces to have the same shoulder width. Okay, make sure that you make the shoulders the same. As for this, we don't need the shoulders to be the same because this is going to sit underneath. We need the armhole complete because of when we are fixing the sleeve. This armhole will help you turn the sleeve neatly, but we do not need the neckline width to be the same thing with these other two pieces. I hope that that is clear. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to come in by 2 inches and make a mark. Okay, so I'm keeping only 2 inches for the strap. By the time we are done sewing, that's going to reduce to 1 inch. I'm going to rule a line from here to here, rule a line from here to here, and I'm going to make a curve. Okay. Alright, so you can see the curve is a bit squarish at the end here. The next thing we're going to do is, depending on what you want, if you want this to be a regular bodice, like if you want this to be a dress that is made of a regular bodice, you can leave it like this. But if you want it to have a bustier, then you're going to need to make some changes to this. Okay, but what you can see in the image here, there's a bustier under, definitely a bustier under there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to place your bust point to bust point divided by 2 plus half an inch. So the bust point to bust point of this person is 7 divided by 2, 3.5 plus half an inch, 4. I'm going to come here, I'm going to make a mark at 4, make a mark at 4 here, make a mark at 4 here. And then you're going to rule a line from here to the top. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to come from here, we're going to come up by half an inch. So you see this line, you're going to come half an inch higher than this line and draw another line. If you've seen my video on how to draft a princess, that you're going to have a very clear idea on what to do from here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the under bust, and I'm going to come in by, I'm going to make it 2 inches. I'm going to come in by 2 inches here, come in by 2 inches here, make a mark on both places, and then I'm going to draw a line from here down, make a curve from the bust to this point here. Okay, at this top here, I'm going to leave here straight. The only thing that I'll do that is different is I'm going to come out here by half an inch, and I'm going to come out here by half an inch. See that? So that the top, it presses the center, you know, it makes the center go in deeper. The next thing we're going to do is just place all our allowances. So first we place these 2 inches we've taken. Okay, then up here, I'm just place 1 inch because of this. And then I'm going to draw a line from here to the top, and now I'm going to place my regular sewing allowance of 2 inches. So this first allowance that we added, this first 1 inch, 2 inch, this 2 inch is paying for this 2 inch here, this 1 inch is paying for this 1 inch here. I hope that is clear. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add ½ inch of allowance at the bottom as our sewing allowance, and then we're going to cut it out. Alright. So you can see this is how the center part, this is how the bottom part, the main bodice is going to look. This is the center, and these are the sides. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to make modifications. We're going to have to make modifications to this part over here. So you see this part over here, this part is going to be the one that sits at the top. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to come from this neckline here. You see this, from the neckline here, we're going to come down 2 inches. Alright, make a mark, and then we're going to connect it to the point here. So you see, we have this line, and then it slopes out. So at the point where it starts to slope, just make an X there, and then use a curved ruler like mine, or your hand if you give it a good try as possible. Draw a line from here to here. So you see, it's not a straight line exactly. There's a slight curve to it. Alright, so you see why we needed this part to have a full complete sleeve, because now armhole, sorry, because now this armhole will be responsible for holding whatever sleeve you give to it, and this one here will just be stitched on top of the body before you add the lining. So you can see this is how this part here looks. So you can see this part that you have here, this is that opening that you have at the center, all right, and the back is a full complete bodice that has zipper allowance. So yeah, nice easy tutorial. I wanted to just show you guys how to do this one and to, you know, kickstart my workflow in the new space. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.